crash out.
You know, I'd be mad if somebody said that.
So I've just realized what I have in this moment, Aaron. I have 3 generations, right? I have the baby boomer, the Gen X, and the Gen Z.
Oh, he's not a millennial?
No.
Isn't he a millennial?
Oh yeah, she
Oh.
is a Gen Z.
Yeah, let's not argue that he's a millennial. It
No,
makes
you
him
got that
upset.
wrong.
He was born in
You're a
1980.
cool millennial.
He's the cusp.
She's Gen Z, he's Gen X, and cover your ears, I'm fucked up.
Okay.
Aren't we all?
Okay. Sarah, is there a question that you wanted to ever ask of that generation?
Which generation?
Of either
Or
one
this
of either one of them. Our generation or my dad's generation.
She should be asking your dad. Because
She's
the
asking you.
I'm gonna ask
the
you.
answer she's gonna get you, man, turn around and go inside and split a wrist.
Ah,
What?
he's saying he's too cynical for me.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
It's okay.
That's a nice way to put
Nihilism's
it.
cool.
Cynical.
All right, Dad. Do you have any questions? What's a question that you would like to ask of the younger generation?
What the hell happened to you?
Well, I don't know. A product of whatever you did to them.
What?
Oh, please, I'm still praying that your mom will ever forgive me. But the idea of the fact is, my son-in-law here remembers how to grow up. His dad remembers how it was to grow up. It was a village that raised a child.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, you look at a kid cross-eyed, he's calling social services. Hell, I'm gonna have self-services on your ass. Yeah. Yeah, but you'll be spending all hours turning around trying to get my foot out of your ass. Monkey or Heineken? Monkey or,
Guinness.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm gonna turn you into an Irishman yet.
Pretty sure I was pretty much already there.
Yeah. Returned.
Aaron, do you have a question for the younger generation?
Nothing. Getting Irish by insemination.
Huh?
Said I don't want to pop his boomer bubble.
You can do that.
I'm playing nice.
Don't play nice. He's not playing nice. He just said he.
Like our kids.
Yeah, you could say that. He would probably have something to say about it, I'm sure.
We're just
No,
like, damn,
I think Sarah, you know, like you go out to your rainbow, you talk about how, well, I don't know if I heard you say it, but I remember from a couple videos that I watched about it, you know, they try to make up their own trade system, right? And they try to make up their own trade system for things like sustenance, I'm trying to think of the word for food.
You're not allowed to trade food. Food
Nutrition.
always has to be free.
Oh.
That's one thing. I mean, you could be nice and you'll bring
Goods and
firewood.
services would be.
You could bring firewood to the kitchen, of course.
Right.
But at the end of the
But-
day,
but-
food is
but
a...
you're
Trade is for
providing-
goods and services.
You're providing something so that you can get something, right?
Not always. I feel like there's plenty of people that come and we call it bliss minis. People that do absolutely nothing and just bliss out the whole gathering. But everybody has their turn. You play a productive role when you feel called
So
to
you
be
can
productive.
play bliss, but eventually you gotta do something, you know,
You
and
don't
bring
have to, but you
firewood.
feel like you should. It's just so beautiful that you feel like, why wouldn't I help?
Right.
You know?
Okay. So
There's never a
But they don't make
What I
anybody
mean
help. There's
by
no
this-
enforcing system.
There's
right,
no
there's no
rules.
enforcing system, right? But
You just feel called to.
so out here at the Benton house, I used to come out here. I used to go to work so that I could provide money so that I could have this house and enjoy this view. It's still the same aside from the tree being blown down right there.
You mean you had that asshole in the backfield?
Huh?
You had that asshole in the backfield before?
Oh, those guys always come around, mess around with the field. But
He's referring to the farmers who mow
But
the
the
field
thing
in the
is,
back there.
you know, like,
residents in the
I did
pond.
that so I could enjoy this and do it my own way. And a lot of people around here quite similar. Now, granted, I almost think about it a little bit like the way people treat religion. You know, like they have their different sects and their different groups. But I mean, in a lot of ways, a lot of these people will sit here and say, and I know because I've heard them say it, and right in front of me, they say things like, my God is like a fly comes out, and I see him, and he sits there on the edge of the abyss, and he could waver one way, and he could be in safety, and in another way, he could be in danger. And he said his life is a lot like that, and I concentrated on that on this very porch, and I thought about many things on this porch. And I've contemplated many things, the stars, life, and everything else on this porch. And I do it through trade, so I can have things like this and other things, you know. And that's why I felt like a lot of life here is a lot like what you're trying to find. And it's what I mean when I say things like, you know, I play this game so I can do my game, you know? And my game here, nobody's fucking with me out here. Nobody says shit. I do whatever the hell I want. I'm not hurting anybody. I'm not harming anybody. When they go to sleep and they want to stay asleep, I'm quiet. But the rest of the time, I'm all here. And that's why I think that maybe you could find something like this somewhere. There's a whole country out there.
He's telling you there's nothing wrong with the neighbors. They leave him alone.
They leave him alone. They don't leave me
out here.
alone.
Yes,
You know,
they do.
You could find something like this. You get your job so that you can have the money so that you can do this.
And you could farm.
And then you can do whatever the hell you want. I could farm critters. I could do whatever the hell I wanted.
How would you
But if you live in town, it's a different story. Then people want, oh, well, we want our neighborhood to look like this, and you need to conform to this. South Park, but it really is. There's a lot of confirmation. But out here, it's whatever the hell you want. And a lot of people around here are quite similar. However, there's all kinds of variations. The next one down the street might have his fucking lawn littered with cars and garbage and all kinds of shit. And you talk to him and he'll say, "Oh, goddamn, we gotta get rid of all the liberal people because then they're gonna get rid of my shit." But that's not the case. He's just stupid, you know, and he doesn't know any better.
All right, let me change the topic. Oh wait.
Right, I'm gonna give you the same offer I gave your sibling. You consider this your house. Anytime you want, you're more than welcome here.
And he definitely lets you put a tent.
Boxes. I just gotta let you know.
Well, you gotta give me a chance because I gotta change the bedroom around.
How many years is required for that?
What? Change?
Yeah.
Me?
Well,
my life to
no. Unpacking boxes.
Oh, please.
How many years is required?
I could use the boxes as furniture if we really don't want to unpack them that hard.
Do you want to live out here with Grandpa?
I mean, I'd probably come out here for a little while.
If you don't have a car, you don't want to be
That's
here.
what I'm saying. It's hard without a vehicle.
I know.
But I love this land.
Maybe once you get a car.
I give her the factory every
Rent
5
free.
years to box. I'm going to be unpacking for a long, long, long time.
There is a lot of ways to think. I would say
I
the
don't want
cleanest
her
thinking I've
unpacking
ever
me.
had was here. Right here. On
You
this
step
porch.
all over.
In the summer you got the fireflies. In the winter, you look out at the
I'm just
Even-
talking
even
about
the
the bookshelves
darkest
and the
night.
books.
even the darkest night out here in the wintertime with the snow over the fields, even the darkest night, you still see the waves of the hills and everything else. You see the changes. I mean, it's so beautiful. And I wanted to bring you guys out here, but sisters were all
They don't
about
have the
the
right
city.
shoes for this house.
Hey, at the time, you wouldn't have moved out here either. High
You
school?
want the right shoes?
High school probably.
Moccasins. The Indians had moccasins.
Aaron,
By the way. What?
what were you doing when you were 24? I guess that's 2004.
Yeah.
What were you doing in 2004? Describe the world when you were 24, your everyday life. Sarah's 24 right now.
Well, I was,
Bookcases full with books.
see, at 24. See, at 24, I was working at, Rhinones. No, not Rhinones. Rhinones was the. I was working at a cheese factory. I'll just say a cheese factory. And I was living over in Granville Summit in a setting a lot like this. So I was between that and there. And I think when I was 24, I was dating this stupid chick who had a drug problem that I didn't know yet.
What were you doing when you were 24?
Let's see. When I was 24,
Raising a 1-year-old?
hmm?
Raising a baby?
Yeah, I had two. I had two by the time I was 24.
Not at this time, 24.
So, let's see, because I had Sarah right before my 24th birthday. Oh, no, so I had one. I had one. I was raising
Moved
Sarah.
back here, California.
Yeah, when I was 24, that was, 99, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2000. 24 is 2000. So
Katie was born at the very
in 2000, when I was 24, Katie was born.
Yeah,
I was living in Queens.
yeah.
I already had Sarah.
Well, wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's see. So, how about you? 1969, you were 24.
I was at JFK. Still in the Corps. Waiting for the crap to happen over in Israel to get called up again. And your mother was thinking about getting pregnant with your sister. Because she was born in 70.
Mm. Yeah. So you already had John. You had one kid.
Yeah.
You were working at the airport as an airline mechanic. You were living. Where were you guys living?
Above Kent's.
Where's Kent's?
You know where Grandma used to go shopping? At,
The Met,
yeah,
Jamaica.
across the street was Kent's. And we lived above it.
So you lived in Jamaica when you were 24 in Queens.
Yeah.
Yeah. You had John. So you were like me. You had one kid and on your way to your second. When you were 24.
Back then things were a lot different.
How were they different?
All right, I'll put it to you some way that you might understand. You were Aaron's age. 18, 19 years old. The draft was still in progress. 18, 19 years old, you know you were going across the freaking pond. And they turned around and made big secret of it. Nobody was getting hurt over there. Bullshit. You look at the wall down in Washington. You look at the VA records. How many guys have turned around and disabled and screwed up because of, oh, there's nothing going on over there. You got 58,000 names on that wall.
You think that's different from now? Do you think they tell us
Yeah.
more now?
Yeah.
Well, you're
Who's
not
on the
growing up in
freaking wall?
fear of a having to go to war.
What do you mean?
How many people with this thing with going on with Iraq and the Taliban and all that?
Oh, the war on terror?
Yeah,
There's no wall.
there's no
Yeah,
wall.
there's no wall for them.
But you turn around. My counselor is a vet from there.
And how is that different from when your time was?
Because they're still covering it up.
So it's the same then?
Oh yes, definitely the same. And
So things
how-
weren't different back then?
Okay.
They are in a sense, though.
Here's something maybe she'll understand. And I know Aaron will understand. How the hell did Junior become president? I mean, he's lucky he could turn around and go to the bathroom by himself. You know who Junior is, don't you?
Who are we talking about?
George Bush.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
I mean, Trump is a whole bag of crap on his own. He'll never come close to Junior.
Really?
Really.
You think George W. Bush, W.
Not Senior, Junior.
Yeah, well, senior is George H.W. Bush.
Yeah.
Bush. Junior, George W.
Here's something you
You
can-
think he's worse than Trump?
Yeah.
Nixon doesn't even make the list, but Trump does.
Oh yeah, I gotta hear it. Go on.
Not Trump. Yeah,
Where is the worst president's list in your? Where is the? Who's
I
number
don't know,
one?
But I don't agree with it one bit.
Who's the worst president of all time?
I don't have enough time to go through all that crap.
W is worse than Nixon?
Nixon, what did Nixon do? Nixon was a paranoid asshole, that's all. Did he
Yeah, I think
end
that
the
makes the
war in
list.
Nam? Yes.
Okay.
What did Junior do? Oh, I talked to Mommy, and Mommy talked to Daddy, and turn around. I go in the reserves, and I don't have to go. Oh, I'm a jet pilot. If you look at his records, the CEO, if he was honest, turned around, they wouldn't let him in a freaking airplane because he was so freaking high.
Alrighty. So W takes the top spot.
No, he don't. He turned when he got Trump. You gotta have two categories.
Oh.
Asshole and super asshole.
Trump's the super asshole?
Yes.
Okay. That's good to know.
Because I look at it this way. As far as I'm concerned, if I could do it, Puppykins would be our next president.
The dog. Zelda. Puppykins. The dog would be the next president.
We have a rainbow that meme trolls and runs for president. His name's Vermin Supreme.
You don't know who Puppykins is? Have another one. Yes, oh.
Those are cigarettes that she's smoking, Dad, not joints.
Oh, yeah,
I
those
don't
are
care.
cigarettes.
Turn around and still have another one. And have someone teach you how to roll a joint. Will you please?
This is a good one. What do you mean? It is straight. It is even. It is tight.
My God.
Reconsider.
You get YouTube?
He's just jealous because he doesn't have one in his hand.
Yeah, well, that's true, too.
Jealous. He's jealous.
Sarah
because he
thinks you should be allowed to smoke.
I don't see why a grown person's telling another grown person what to do in that sense.
Yeah, I do.
I
In
guess
fact,
some things.
what you're worried about is your sister thinks I should be able to smoke, too.
Yeah, that's
it
when
be.
it's on my shoulders.
Let it be.
That's till the day that I have to call her and say that Dad has
Tell her I gave him permission.
expired.
Do you want me to give you,
As
write
long as
you
he
a
doesn't
letter?
expire from lung cancer, what does it matter?
Do you want me to write you a letter?
You want
This
a
way,
permission
when I
slip?
pass, turn around and go, hey, this is for you. Carrie's doing fine. She agrees with me. And who gives a fuck?
I agree.
That was pure Western gibberish. I'm especially proud that Sarah is here to hear that. Not only was that, quoting Blazing Saddles, by the
I'm
way.
down with it.
I'm going to tell you something, and you're not going to agree with me one bit.
Me?
Yeah,
Never.
you.
We agree all the time.
No, you don't. And I'm going to let you know.
You two have no idea how much you agree.
He thinks we're a lot alike.
Then why
Are you-
won't you take me
you don't
to
think
the
so?
relax in?
No.
Oh my gosh, I can't wait to hear the gibberish and
What's
spout off and
been
get
on?
old.
Over there in Wilkes-Barre.
Slightly less conservative rants,
Relax
but
in.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
where
you're
all the
very
pros
similar.
hang out.
All the pros, huh?
Yeah.
Have to relax in?
Yeah, I remember.
Oh my God, he remembered the name of the hooker hotel we drove past
Of
once?
course, I'm a
There's
horny
a
old
Hooker
asshole.
hotel in Wilkes-Barre?
Yeah, the Relax Inn, but down, it's before Sheets across from the Dunkin'.
Yeah.
4 sheets across from the Dunkin', Wilkes-Barre.
Yeah, you go in, so you come off the highway at exit 1. You
Okay,
make a
exit
left like
one.
you're going towards the casino.
Okay.
Before you get to Sheets,
Before I get to sheets.
there's a Dunkin' on the left-hand side.
Really?
After Motor World,
After Motor World.
but before, so it's after the Woodlands and after Motor World, but before Sheets and Jumper Road, there is a Dunkin' on the left-hand side.
The Confidence across the street.
No, the Comfort Inn is somewhere else. The Relax Inn is the one that you're thinking of.
Oh, relax.
You remembered it a
Whatever.
second ago, and that is disturbing that you remember the name of that one place that we drove past once.
I suppose.
I am
If you
77
were-
years old, horny as hell, and sit there, you're surprised? You take me there, I won't know what the hell I'm doing, but at least I'm there.
But at least I'm there. You should go to Nevada, man. They're just dancing half naked outside of their house, beckoning you in. I went to a bar, and then there's just like a street of half naked ladies dancing, and he's like, "We must be close to a brothel." I was like, "What the fuck?"
Were you near, what was it, Northern Vegas? Northern Nevada?
Yeah, I when I was in Lake Tahoe, you're right next to Nevada. What's the place? You're near Reno.
Yeah.
Reno. Yeah.
Lots of casinos.
Well, that's where it's legal.
lots of-
Yeah, it's legal everywhere except Vegas.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was all
It's
of Nevada
illegal
except.
in Vegas.
As I said, it's legal.
It's legal in Reno.
Oh, I thought it was all of Nevada except
Reno
Vegas.
is the only place that
Oh.
is
Let me
legal.
ask you a stupid
And-
question.
They almost have their own union.
Let me ask you a stupid question. Both of you,
Yes.
since you're the adults,
Yes.
Are we?
I think so.
how come
They're the elderly, they're the young, we're the adults.
the second occupation in the world is illegal?
First occupation.
Yeah, it's the first occupation.
No, second,
What's the
First
first?
wanting it.
Oh, Jesus. Yes, that does take on a job of its own if you look at some youngsters that we know.
I mean, you go on YouTube and you see all this crap about ancient Rome and Egypt and this, that, and the other. They all had courtesans. I mean, what the hell's wrong with this country?
This country was founded by Puritans, Dad. That's what's that
Ooh.
mistresses are not part of its vernacular.
And they turn around and they sit there and they go, "Oh, we started this country because we got picked on because of our religion and that."
That was
I mean, not for nothing, just to be honest with you.
The Puritans were
Oh.
being persecuted by
Actually,
The
Puritans
English
are
king.
If you got
second
shit
tribe.
stains,
but the Puritans really, that's just the story. The
You
Puritans
consider
wanted to
which?
tell people what to do. If you weren't as Christian as them, they,
I thought we came over here because of taxes.
there was
No.
no.
Wasn't wasn't it like
That's why.
RT
No.
taxing and a bunch
All right.
of
So
other bullshit?
coming over here didn't happen at the same time as the war that we fought for independence and freedom. We weren't fighting a war on our way out. Like, you know what I mean?
Those
Like,
assholes.
we weren't sword fighting our way out of England to get here. We came and lived here as English subjects. This land belonged to England. We were English subjects, and then we got sick of the taxes.
Actually, this country was broken up into today's country was broken up into 3 different countries.
Mm-hmm.
It was England
Oh, the French owned
French,
one part. Yeah.
and
Spain.
French and Spain.
Spain. Yeah.
Okay,
We acquired the Louisiana Purchase
from France.
from France.
All right. So, by the
under
way,
Napoleon's
and he
rule.
did that against congressional order. By the way, I'd like to point out that is one difference between our generation and yours is they remember shit fuck about history, and we can say this things about our country, and they're like, "What? I know I had to sing a song with capitals in it."
Better off.
I
But-
didn't have to sing a capital song.
No, you had to do something where you
States.
states. Go ahead. Tell me the state thing that you remember.
I could do the Southern California, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, and Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, Florida. These are the states. of
Yeah,
the
so
Southern
that's her history.
13th state?
Huh?
You're saying California is the original 13th?
Oh no,
No,
I was
no,
saying
no,
the
it's just-
southern border.
They have a song they have to
And
remember.
then there's up the East Coast.
There's the
Florida,
states.
Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, Maryland. Delaware,
Meanwhile,
Jersey,
Aaron
blah,
can
blah, blah,
spout
blah.
off who we sold freaking and bought and sold land to 300 years ago.
I mean, I guess our generation didn't care as much. Like, I don't know. Like he said earlier, full circle, the drafts aren't prominent. It's not impending on our minds. This idea
Actually,
of
I think
war and
that's
history
different
being
in
so
the education
important.
system. I don't think it's you. I don't think that they had as much hard focus on.
It was just about passing tests.
Yeah.
That's all our schooling
Answer my
education was
question.
about. You pass tests and you
You,
forget the
you
knowledge.
had
That's
the
all,
Continental Congress.
What if?
You wanted for independence. How
What if
many
your
of these
education
rich
was
assholes
based
were in
on
the military?
True.
Besides
Standard
George
whoever
Bush?
was
You know.
writing your books?
That too. Our books were very, like, there's a lot of bias that comes in a lot of books. I used
Yeah,
to have a
the
goal of
books
getting
are
a
written in
history
Texas.
book from every country, just to, like, you know.
There was a guy who took it upon himself. He had some money and he had the ability. He went ahead and he wrote something that I can't recall the name of, my American History or something like that. And he went through and he took a broad stroke of American history up from before the Revolutionary War to now.
So, like,
And-
what,
and-
you know,
and he
18.
went ahead and started making his
Oh,
own
I'm thinking of
history
civil.
off news reels and different things from there to now. You know, and you find a very different look at it in comparison to, say, the one that I got, which was opinionated. You know, so.
They have an agenda in those books.
Right. So, you know, like, I suppose in a way, if there was somebody who had lived long enough to see those days, the days of our past, the present, and the future, I suppose that person, had that person, he, she, been writing something about it, it would probably look very different in their eyes.
Yeah.
But
Dad?
you are able to see it through your time frame. And when you take pictures of sections, which unfortunately a lot of people do with religion and with time and science and everything else, you get a close-up picture of that time, but really you want to get like a broad view, you know.
Where's the
I feel
dog?
like that's why I'm making
Puppy
a goal to
kids,
She's
read.
around.
That's why I'm making a goal to read all the religious texts from different cultures. Because at the end of the day, I
No,
don't
you
know.
gotta act like
It's
a
all
motor.
telescopes from different lenses. Same thing with different
Zelda!
methods, and I feel like it really broadens the perspective, or like a full view perspective that makes my beliefs, you know. But I feel like that could be applied to life and to everything. the more knowledge you have, the easier it is to have an unbiased outlook. You have a million different perspectives. I think so.
Perhaps.
It's all about belief.
He hasn't read the book you lent me, has he?
No.
The one about things that you didn't get taught about history. in
No,
school.
but she has. Lies my teacher told me.
Gave
Yeah.
me my first seizure.
You really liked that book, huh?
Yeah, because she turned around and told you the damn truth. Everybody sit there going, oh, President Woodrow Wilson was so good. He was a freaking asshole.
According to you, everybody's an asshole.
I mean, isn't that the
No.
truth, though?
Not you, not Harmon, not her,
Now I know you're
not
right.
your sibling,
We're all assholes.
and not your sister.
Well, don't you think that other people feel that way? So you think that your small circle of people are the only
Yeah, they think I'm the
non-assholes?
biggest asshole that ever walked.
Everybody else thinks their circle of people are the only bunch of non-assholes.
I do
That's-
not share that belief.
That is.
I look at it this
I think
way.
we're all assholes too.
Everybody's
That
an
is
asshole.
I got my belief, Aaron has his. The people on the road have their beliefs. As long as your beliefs don't interfere with me, knock yourself out.
Sounds good to me.
When I went to Vegas
Still don't see
and I watched the guys out there, they were union workers. They were doing the job, and I hadn't, lived in that environment or been in that area. And I was looking at the progress from a union perspective. I was like, I don't understand what's going on with these guys. And what I ended up learning was I ended up taking a journey toward understanding
Well, you get
something
stripes
about
on your foot.
humanity.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting in our shade.
Something about humanity. And that is, it is very true. Our locality makes us feel it's a sense of known. And when you move out of that, you think to yourself, oh well, things would be different if it was back where I was. But if you move your environment to another one, it's not the same at all.
No, they don't
And
meld.
you would adapt. And the
To
point
the
fact
old
of the matter
environment.
is that in the end, what I found was, oh yeah, things are not what I thought they were.
All the time.
That is what you find out. That is the truth. And really, it was something I tried to do from very young, was try to be open and to listen to what people had to say, and try not to be biased and just listen, because I find that people have a story, and maybe you can, if not accept, understand their perspective,
Let me
And I
ask you
think
a
a lot of people would get along a lot better if they would listen. It doesn't mean that you have to agree. It just means that you get it.
Dad, what's your question?
Respect
Okay.
for all perspectives.
I don't know if your mom told you or your grandmother told you. When I first came back from the I was in St. Albans Hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried like hell to get Nana and Pops, which is my parents, to talk your mom out of not coming up to the hospital.
Seems like you.
The first thing I learned coming back from Vietnam was you don't say no to your mother. They come up to the hospital. People were there. I don't get a hi, how you doing? I'm glad you came back safe from your grandmother. First words out of her mouth.